YouTube, what's up? Hey, this is Revan. We are live, live here on Twitch right now. 58 people in here. Actually, let me get rid of this stuff because it's kind of blocking it for no reason. I'm gonna get rid of this and this and where else I want? I don't want this, and then that can go. Okay. I'll leave the chat box going, but just finished up playing some golf and I have about 20 minutes or so, and I wanted to make a video because people have asked myself and others just general swing tips, like what do we look at, how do we hit perfects, which we don't all the time, but what do we look at, how do you hit perfects, like swing technique, grip, just general thought process of what we go through, because especially with this game as opposed to others, for 25 years, if you started at Tiger Woods 96 or 97, whatever it was, the swing has always been either just back and forward, and then there became a mechanic of actually making sure it was directly vertical, and that was an extra additional layer of difficulty. And now this game is threw all that away, and now it's okay, it's back and forward, but it's at an angle. So how do we do that? First, let me actually turn on the feedback meter, just for visual purposes. Where's the meter? Where's the meter? Where's the meter? Did I go? There it is. All right, meter's on. So first thing is the grip. The swing is a direct response to the grip. So whatever feels comfortable to you, and I would say there is at this point 4, maybe 3.5. There are 3.5 approved, tried and true swing techniques. The first is one thumb, a one thumb technique, whether it be right thumb right stick, left thumb left stick. It's up to you. For me, I'm right stick. The way to do it is simply just back and forward, right? If that feels comfortable to you, if you can hit perfects doing that, I cannot. Oh, that was pretty decent. If you can hit perfects with that, by all means. For me, that's not consistent. There are, let's see, out of the top 10 in the world, probably 6 of them are one thumb guys. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's not consistent. But that's one way to do it. I'd say if you can do this, and you get a quad perfect 2 out of 10 times, stick with it. If you don't, do something different. I'll move on. The next thing is the pinch method. So you can do like pinching a nipple. Just grab it however is comfortable to you. Either, again, right hand right stick, right hand left stick, whatever feels comfortable to you, and then just rock it back and forth, something like that. I think it was pretty good. For me, I can't do that very well. I can't do it very well. It feels like the joystick floats. I don't have good control of it, so I can't do it. Not for me. But there are some very, very, very good players that do it that way. Very good players. So again, do it 10 times. If you hit perfect 2 out of those 10 times, probably stick with it. That might be your bag. The other one, the one that I do not do, that is somewhat, it was definitely viable in the last game in 23 because the swing was vertical. In this game, because it's at a bias, it's I think people are doing it like Lindsey Collins, Materialization P is his tag. I think he's still doing a variation of it, and some others are, but it's called the Terminator. He actually has a YouTube video of it up. Just search for Materialization P. It's from a couple years ago. But essentially, it can be right thumb or left thumb, up to you. But you put your thumb on the joystick, kind of lock it in place, and then the other hand is what actually does the swinging. So you almost rock or roll your wrist while your thumb is resting on it. So your thumb doesn't move it, your wrist does. I am terrible. That's my worst one. Lindsay does it very well. I do not. It's probably better with Xbox to be left thumb doing it that way, like this, but up to you. The other way that's tried and true, two thumb, like this, either left stick, right stick, whatever is comfortable to you. And then there's a variation. Either you just rock it back and forth, something like this. Oh, I'm at the head of practice swing. Sorry. Either you rock it back and forth. Let's go back here, like this, or a little bit of a controlled flick motion. So back and kind of flick. It's like a controlled flick, like this. That's not bad. I think with some practice, I could get pretty good with this. But in my head, I don't like the feeling of throwing the stick at it. But that's not terrible. But as you can see from the other swings, this one is way more consistent, and that's right, bot. This is what I do. This is what I do by practice swing. So 9 and 3 o'clock on the stick, and then just rock back and forth. Not a big deal. Something like that. And then the second thing, it's the most overlooked out of all of them. Well overlooked is not only the grip and how consistent you are with the grip, like holding it the exact same way every time. So like not, if my grip was like this, I'll center it up. If my grip was like this, though, if I come back the next day, I don't want to be like this. It's a small change. Or if my grip's like this, see this, see this index finger? See how it rests on the bumper? I don't want to come back the next day and have it where it's, here, high. Or if my right hand is a little bit tilted back, like in underneath me, where now it's underneath a little bit too much, that pulls the controller down, and vice versa. So like you have to make sure you hold it as best you can the exact same way every time. And then same with posture. It sounds dumb, but if you swing well, kind of slouched over like this, kind of rolled over, do it, but then don't come back the next day and kind of sit upright and hold it more up, here, at your waist. Do whatever feels natural, but do the same thing every time. Because if not, it will. I just said it earlier. This game reads inputs at 100%. So, plus or minus, let's say 3.1%, 3.13%, 3.12. It's very minute. So the small details matter. Lastly, what you think about, or what I'm thinking about to hit perfects, and they don't happen all the time. I would say probably on the tee shot, 75% of the time it's a perfect. The approach shot, because you have a boost on in the skill tree, hopefully, it's probably more like 90-95%. But all I'm trying to do is I angle the controller. So it's kind of hard because the way the camera is underneath the desk, it's kind of at an angle, so it's kind of hard to see the angle I'm at. But I'll kind of face you guys. So if this is, let's say, straight at the camera, I angle it just a little bit. Again, you don't need much. Angle it just a little bit, and then I come to 9 to 3. And then I kind of like put it in my waist right here. And then from there, this is where it's kind of reactionary, just by swinging so much, but just bring it back. Back's the most important for me. If I miss the point, I found if I miss the point on the low side rather, if I miss the first point, the likelihood of me missing the top point probably doubles or triples, because I'm out of I'm out of position, much like in real golf. If you're out of position up here, you're going to be out of position at the bottom unless you manipulate it. So the most important thing for me in my head is hit the bottom one first. Make sure you hit that every single time, and then the top point would be you want to point the joystick at the aim marker, or you want to point the joystick where you want the ball to start. So like for example, if I point the joystick going forward a little bit too much to the right, the ball starts right. If I point it too much left, the ball starts left. So don't worry too much about the perfect point. You want it to start somewhere out in the sky, around that aim marker. So just worry about that, just where the ball starts, and then hopefully you kind of get that muscle memory down where it kind of comes second nature. So I'll probably miss the first one just to get a reference point. Okay, so now I have a reference that's open, and then you just adjust from there. Not bad. And you get the muscle memory down of where open and closed is. But you can see, I hit the first point more often than not. I haven't missed it yet. So like the first thing to practice on is hitting the first point. First point's key. And that would be my main advice. Grip, swing, swing method, posture, and practice hitting the first point first. Don't worry about the top point. Hit the first point first. One more, and then we're good. That's really about it, guys. There's no secret sauce. But now what you'll start to see is, I didn't miss that point the whole time, the bottom point. But what you'll start to see is a trend line. All my misses, except for maybe one, all my misses were a slight open. Right. So you can start to kind of gauge, all right, if my miss is sometimes a little bit open, just aim just a little bit left just to allow for it. You kind of start, you play a little bit of a miss or a just in case. But other than that, it's pretty easy. Pretty easy. And also, I would also suggest, unless you are a machine and you're very good at swinging diagonal, utilize your shot shaping to bring this bias as vertical as possible. You'll never get it straight vertical, but whether you're a fade or a draw, use the shot shaping to bring it vertical as possible. Because like if your corrections, let's say in the mid 60s, it's gonna look like that. That's hard. That's hard to hit consistent unless you're just a machine. So use the bias, square it up, roll in hand. Thank you, buddy. Use the bias, square it up, and remember, always hit the swing path point and throw the joystick where you want the ball to start. Just like that. So, all right. Until next time.